Hello everyone, Mege here with an exclusive sneak peek thanks to Ubisoft at the new hero. Man, I can't say this guy's name, I'm gonna try anyway. Jormungandr. I'm sorry, my Nordic friends, please forgive me for this. But anyway, here is the new guy. In looks and plays, I must say, awesome. He's very cool. I like the way he plays, and I also like the way he looks. Not too much, I'm more of a knight guy. So I'm more of the highly armored tin can people, but still I feel like they actually nailed his looks pretty well. Yes, kind of some different looks. I tried going for some stuff here. This is my favorite loadout so far. He's sort of like very in a way hobo, you know, kind of like berserker, kind of very savage, wild, and I think it fits with the way he behaves and talks, screams. You're gonna see later with emotes and stuff. And I like this look very much. Also, you know, the whole bloody look as well. I also have a more armored look. I think this is pretty cool as well, to be honest. He is more of a classic Viking, you know, more of an historical Viking, if you will. This armor is pretty cool as well. I'm going for a more ornate armor in this look. And he has the whole, you know, Drakkar, I think that's how you say it, theme going on with the ornament as well, and the trousers too. So I'm really glad I managed to get some cool fashion here going, even though with just, you know, some basic stuff we got in this test. You know, the whole red and gold look, this looks awesome as well. I also tried going for a female version. I went for the more creepy shaman look here. You know, she kind of looks like all school themed in a way. Again, a pretty basic hammer. I must say I don't really dig a female look for this hero. I feel like it really fits more for a male look, but to each their own, you know. Alright, here we are in the arena, and this savage guy, I mean, look at him, he's very cool. He's very wild, again, that's the feel I get from him. Not shaman-like, though. So, here's some emotes to see how he kind of behaves, you know, he's kind of crazy, he's kind of wild again. Like, and he's also, I mean, he's also kind of funny, like just this one. Okay, and he's, you know, he's the kind of guy that does stuff like this, and you hammer, you know, he's cool, he's really cool, and he also gets some spam emotes here, like. But alright, that aside, I really like the overall design aesthetic they went for, but let's talk about the gameplay. How does he play out? Is he enjoyable? Is he fun? And is he gonna be strong? Here are my first impression for this hero. Alright, so Jormungandr whole kit revolves around a pretty simple game plan overall. Put your opponent out of stamina and then go for your big heavy out of stamina finisher, you know, when they're on the ground. That looks amazing and also feels very, very satisfying. His basic light heavy chains work well enough, and I like how versatile they are in a way. Like, they manage to sneak a lot of stuff into simple chains. For example, I like that his lights are uninterruptible, so they don't get blocked on block and you get to continue your combo. I like that light finishers are also undodgeable, as you can see, and they are still uninterruptible, by the way. Starter heavies have armor, and heavy finishers are unblockable. The rest of his non-bash kit is pretty basic. He has a pretty tame zone attack. You can't even really tell it's zone attack most of the time. This is a zone attack, yeah, indeed. Chains into stuff, by the way. And his forward dodge heavy is not bad, to be honest. It's armored, dealing 25 damage. It's nothing too fancy, but that's how much his heavies deal, for starters. You can, however, hard feint it, or even better, just soft feint it into guard break. So, how does this guy get you out of stamina? Well, he actually has many ways to do it. For starters, any starter attack, any opener attack, can be then chained into this jab. It doesn't guarantee any damage, but deals quite some stamina damage and also stops stamina from regenerating, as you can see. Of course, this works on heavy as well. Another way is the sort of grab from neutral, performed by doing back guard break, kind of like, you know, Lawbringer's long arm, for example. Doesn't have too much range, but the animation is kind of non-obvious. Doesn't guarantee anything either, by the way. After a guard break, you normally get a side heavy, but you can instead opt to go for this. Basically, the input is the same as Centurion's pummel to the face. You have to press light attack pretty quickly. And after this, you can either get a guaranteed light attack or a throw for even more stamina damage. And possibly something cooler, like this. He also has a parry counter that deals stamina damage and guarantees a light. So, as I mentioned, all of this really comes together because you want the opponent to be out of stamina on the floor to do this. 50 damage, quite a lot, and it looks and feels amazing. And the best part is that you don't even really need a guard break. When they're out of stamina, a lot of your attacks will actually knock them down, like this. Or this. Or this. And even your unblockable heavies for a sweet 80 damage. However, the game plan is not perfect. There is some issues, some weaknesses if you want. And the first one, I would say, is that it's not easy to get your opponent out of stamina while keeping your stamina up. For a character that's supposed to be a stamina bully, his attacks seem to be quite stamina intensive. Or maybe it's mostly, feints like this. Like, look at this, we're pretty much the same stamina down. We pretty much both used half our stamina. And this is something that deals no damage, mind you. This is just to get some stamina damage. And this doesn't apply to everything. This one is pretty not stamina intensive, deals quite some good stamina damage. This one as well. But still, it's not easy to just manage your stamina, His parry counter, however, is crazy good. Like, look at this. I use pretty much no stamina and almost put her out of stamina with that alone. Also, something else I'm showcasing right now. I'm gonna put her out of stamina, use the slam and check both our stamina bars. We both regain full stamina. So basically, you can't really keep your opponent out of stamina for a very long time. As soon as you go for the slam, boom, you both get full stamina again and you're back to neutral. I'm gonna show you again. I think this is a good choice overall. I think it's better like this so people don't really... Well, I mean, keep you out of stamina forever. That's frustrating for people facing this new guy. Another issue I feel like he's gonna run into is that while trying to get all of this stamina damage, he's not gonna deal any damage and eventually, you're gonna lose the game because you're not dealing any damage while the opponent is. Everyone gets damage of bashes, but this guy, for example, gets none of this. I feel like this, this one should at least deal 5 damage considering how punishable it is. Just check it out. It's not that hard to dodge, honestly. So, concluding these overall first impressions, I feel like he's very fun, very satisfying to land that big meaty slam on a downed opponent. He looks cool, the aesthetic is nailed as usual, Ubisoft is usually pretty good at this. And however, I'm kind of afraid he might not be up to par. His damage without the slam is kind of lackluster. And not dealing any damage on his stamina drain moves might be an interesting design choice. But then we have stuff, we have many other heroes that actually drain stamina and deal damage. So I don't know how this is going to work out. I guess we'll see. Again, just early impressions. This guy might just be the most OP hero ever when he releases. And I just would have no clue, to be honest. But I really want to know what you guys think of this new boy, what the customization I went with, of his aesthetic, his game plan, his playstyle, everything honestly. And as usual, I'm gonna leave you with some bot gameplay, because at the moment of recording this is very early into this, whole early access thing. I have the one to play with, and I feel like, some bot gameplay, while not very indicative of actual opponents, is actually pretty cool to see how this guy plays out in actual gameplay. I'll see you all next time, and I hope you have a good day.